Hey Paul, I just want to go over your video here real quick. I want you to notice a few things about the posture. And we discussed it because of your height, and I asked you specifically about the clubs that you were playing, how they're fit and whatnot. So I would say that it's something to look into, but at this point just mess around a little bit with the setup. One thing that I want you to be kind of clear on when we were discussing this is when you go to the top of your swing, your right arm is way better on how it's folding and how it's working in your swing, but we're not getting the extension in the spine enough. And what happens is because of that, you stay in a little too much flexion, and the arm tends to like to cross the line. So the appropriate look would be here. When we go to the top, you'll see that that's a lot closer, how that's laying down a little bit better. It's across your chest, the shaft's not crossing the line as much, and also at address you were a lot taller with your neck tilt more down, and your hips were actually closer to the ball, and the weight was a little more in the balls of your feet. So you weren't as bent over, so you can get your neck tilt down, which is obviously going to help you. When your neck tilts down, it lets your shoulders tilt. So that was very good. Want to pull up in a couple more pictures here. Here from the front, this is one of them where you're just working on the extension piece. Now, just note here that your head tilts a little forward there, which is okay because you're working on that. But we want to make sure that that lower girdle stays, just tilts, stays forward. But you can see that you're getting, because of your tilting and the extension piece, you've got more shoulder turn. However, that is a little touch more forward than ideal. And because of the leg action and where the hips were, the legs don't go far enough forward, and you've actually kind of overcooked it a little bit in this one picture, but that's fine. Okay, now I'm going to pull up a couple pictures here. So kind of look at your leg work here and what we did. So here's the example. So here you are coming down here at P5, and I want you to notice a couple pieces. So right here I'm going to draw a line. Let's just put it off from your left toe. It doesn't really matter, but you'll see that. You'll see what the knee and the toe as an alignment look like. So as you come down, where your left shoulder is and where the left arm is and how this lines up. Now, you're going to see a little difference here. I'm going to do this with a blue line. When you're coming forward and down, I want you to look where your left shoulder, and when the shaft gets parallel to the ground, you're going to start seeing this line up right here. So you're a little bit in your toe right here on the right foot, and this has more weight off the right foot, more towards the left toe, and your knee's gone further forward. So that's a good thing. And as you notice, you hit the ball a lot more solid and actually a lot higher. By the time you got into impact, you were able to get your hands more forward. Okay, now here's where that gets kind of interesting. Now, because of this alignment, you're able to keep the arms stretching out and keep the hips more forward and keep the head back in the center of your feet, because that's what we're trying to do, is try to keep a centered axis golf swing. And then when you come through on the other side, the handle is a lot lower before it gets parallel to the ground, and the hips stay more back. You start seeing a lot more pieces in flexion here. So see how your spine is staying in flexion just a touch too long, and it's really evident here. When you get into this picture, all you really need to do is just straighten your left leg out, which if you get your weight more forward, is going to kind of want to do that anyway. Okay. Now I'm going to pull up a driver, which is right here. Okay, now one thing we notice is, that we're just putting these pieces into a drill, but we're trying to hit punch drivers here, and we still get a little bit of this early extension move. And this is one of the better ones. I mean, this one went up, but the good thing is you're actually able to get your hands forward. Normally your hands were back and you've already extended. So this is trying to keep your head literally against the wall, but as you can see, it's really not doing that. It's trying, getting there, but if we can get it more like that punch drill, I think you'd be in good order. So anyway, those are the big pieces that we really worked on today, and you did a mighty good job. You can definitely tell with the impact alignments looked a lot better, and not only did the picture change, but the ball was better. You weren't hitting poles or face poles anymore, which was good. All right.